Hey team, wanted to make a quick video because since I moved here, I actually didn't make a video for the first time, but I tried Kefir. It is a probiotic beverage. I had read about it, and I can't remember if it was when I was looking into homesteading, like goat milk and cow milk and things like that, what you can make with those products, with the dairy products that you would get in having animals. And so I can't remember if it was that or if it was when I was reading about green witchery and herbalism, and it did touch on gut health, the microbiota, and it talked about probiotic beverages, probiotics in general. So I can't remember which book it came out of. But I think I actually did a book club for the Green Witch book that I had read. I don't know if I named it specifically, but so you might be able to find that video. But otherwise, the homesteading book I did not cite. It was so okay. Well, maybe I'll make another video about that. But I tried this. It tastes like yogurt beverage. It's kind of sour. It tastes like yogurt and just sour, and it's thick, and I actually really appreciate it. I found that I don't much like I like beverages that aren't so sugary nowadays. And of course, right now I've got a coffee and I don't have milk, and I've just poured in a decent amount of sugar, but I know that that's bad. I don't want to have that amount of sugar. I'd rather have something that is less sugary. And when it's fermented beverages, when it's probiotic, like with kefir and with kombucha, the yeast will eat the sugars, and so it's definitely more spunky, more bitey than sugary, and so I actually do prefer those beverages. I just can't drink them all of the time because of my budget, and I am looking into making my own kombucha. I did read a book about that, and I can't remember which book that was, goodness knows, but it did say that you need to get kind of the starter bacteria, and it's like a SCOBY or something like that, and so they actually suggested you can purchase them online, but transporting them in the mail is a little questionable. It might kill the bacteria, things like that, so they suggest you just find a place that already does it and then ask if you could buy a SCOBY, because of the bacteria, it will kind of grow with each batch. So it's you need it kind of like you need for like sourdough. Arguably, that's what it said in the book that I read. I haven't made sourdough either, it was kind of on the list. But I think they do sell starter kits for sourdough, just at your local grocery store, if I'm not mistaken. Otherwise, they say you can take a little bit of the dough from a friend too, and just keep a little portion of it, and that way you keep that bacteria, the microbiota. So I am interested in microbiota. I kind of majorly nerded about it for a little while there, because it was talking about digestion and the probiotic process, and there are prebiotics and probiotics, and so it was talking about probiotics, prebiotics, and the digestive process, and it was kind of discussing like how things are actually processed in your stomach. They say that your stomach is lined with microbiotic living creatures, and they help in the digestion process, and they say your microbiome, like you've got fungi, and you've got different small living creatures all over your body, and it's constantly, changing, kind of like the air we breathe with the different chemicals, the different chemistry. It's like your sebum, your sweat, your face oils. That's what sebum is. It affects your microbiome, and it affects what chemicals. And I'm pointing here because that's a big sweat area. And so, like they say that you will have a higher concentration of like fungi in your microbiota in places that get moist more regularly, versus drier places. So, and so like your feet, your pubic area, your underarms, you might have a higher fungus content in your microbiota. So things like that. But anyway, I was interested in it. Just because it was talking about how the uptake of your nutrients and how it's digested, and saying that you can eat this much, knowing how this is 2 servings of vegetables, and so you're thinking that your stomach, your body is going to uptake the 2 servings of vegetables, but whatever chemicals are in there, but whatever nutrients are in there, but they say that there is not any, like, you cannot guarantee that those reactions are going to take place, and you might just end up pooping all that out, depending on, probably not all of it. You are going to take those nutrients in, but they're kind of looking at the chemistry of what happens there, and what is actually absorbed into the system, and how efficient that is, and what goes out at the end of the process. And so it's very important for health, because it's our fuel source, it's our nutrients, it's our health. They say that your lifestyle, food, diet, and exercise are the ways to kind of be proactive and to take care of yourself, so that way you're not prone to illness, you're not compromising your immune system. So doing those things actually could help you quite a bit if you watch your nutrients and exercise. So, and of course, I'm not an expert. I've just read books. I'm not a doctor, not a scientist or anything like that. But anyway, and this is I was just nerding about microbiota. Anyway, I was curious about it just because, you don't know what's taken up into your blood to feed your body, and they were talking about how maybe it's not even the nutrients, maybe it's the nutrients from the food are eaten by the microbiota poop, and the body is used to that microbiome and is used to those processes, and so that's what it can uptake instead of the nutrients from the food proper. With the juices, the digestive juices, that's an interesting, it's just an interesting thought, how that relates. And, they talk about that with the microbiome in plants as well, making the nitrogen accessible to plants. They say that there needs to be bacteria there that can change it from something that's inaccessible to plants to something that the plants can use, and then it's taken up by the plants as part of the fuel source. So anyway, I tried this. It tastes like a sour yogurt beverage, very thick, very yummy, very cool, and I would love to see what it's doing inside of my body, and I can't. But I will say the first bottle I had of this, I drank the entire thing too fast, and and my body hated me for it. So I will give a little bit of a warning to be mindful. Don't drink the entire thing right in one fell swoop, because that might be too much for your body to process, and it will want out. So given that, all right, have a great day, and I will talk to you later. Goodbye.